Everybody, welcome to Bedside Church of God in Christ. This is Bishop T-Dog. So today's sermon is going to be talking about doing the most. Oh, it got quiet in here now.
Amen.
Oh, it's quiet now.
Amen.
Y'all want to street dance, but you don't want to praise dance.
Right,
Huh?
Pastor.
Y'all dance in the club, but don't want to dance in the church. But the parents is not bringing their kids in. The kids showing not. The kids doing a little too much. Son, what you want? Try to preach, huh?
Excuse me, Pastor. I don't mean no disrespect, but I think I speak for everybody in the congregation when I say we have no idea what you're talking about.
See, that's the problem now. You're not listening. I tell you what, if you think you can do better than I can, come up here and do it yourself.
Mr. No compromise in the building. Swag so on fire, set fire to the ceiling. Put your hands in the air if you feeling this, cause I'm about to set it out to the picket. Boy, I got time to play. See, boy, I live this. You can catch me running that work, but I'm about my father. Search too concerned about the beat. They don't listen to the lyrics. They trying to put me in the box. Tell me they don't wanna hear it. I'm just trying to reach the youth. Give us something that they can listen to. Try to give us something good for their soul. Call it chicken noodle soup. See, I've been there and not done that. Trying to save it for them landmines. Yeah, the devil's on the move. Yeah, homie, it's game time. I refuse to turn down. I'm on board like Monopoly. Two turned up, one turned down. Yeah, you can't stop me. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Can't stop and I won't 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 turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down.
Turning up is my specialty. It's in my veins, it's what I bleed. In my mouth, yeah, continually. It's my lifestyle, it's daily. Let me give you some clarity. Why the stinking devil, he tired of me. Won't catch me with my head low. Depressed and stressed, that's no go. Not bothered by the status quo. I won't be part of that puppet show. Got victory and Jesus. So turn up when we see. I know you got some reason. Praising him in season. See, I can't turn down. So watch me, hey, get down. Praising the roof of this place. Don't mind me, just give me some space. Go in, don't you hesitate. Praise him in this holy place. See, I can't turn down. So watch me, get down. See, I can't turn down. So watch me, hey, get down.
Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Can't stop and I won't 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 turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down. Turn down. Turn down. Turn down. I don't really wanna turn down.
This is the 1-year celebration of VolusiaBusinessWomen.com. And you are watching Books and Besties. One of my favorite besties and author extraordinaire is Shekinah Downs. And we're going to bring her in for just a little bit because I don't want to keep you all day because I know you got your own broadcast to do tonight at 8 p.m. and I want to give you some time for self-care. But can you give us any tips as an author? Because I know you've written several books, and we continue to run into people that, oh, I want to write a book, or I wrote a book and it ain't selling. Or can you talk to us a little bit about what your experience has been as an author?
Absolutely. So for me, my author journey started before I came to Florida. Well, it tried to start multiple times, but I wasn't practicing good self-care back then. I'll be honest and say that I was super busy doing everything for everybody else. So the things that I wanted to do for me kind of got put on the back burner. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't until I came here and had a period of about 7 months where I didn't have a job. Mm-hmm. I was spending my time getting to know the city and getting settled. And I truly believe God gave me that time as a respite to rest and regroup and to really kind of set the stage for what he was about to do. So in those 7 months, I wrote my first book, Simple Sayings, Sprinkles of Encouragement. And it came from encouraging other people. It was a series of text messages that I sent out to encourage initially the guys, my cousins and uncles and guy friends, because they didn't really have anybody to encourage them or push them. And then the girls were like, well, we want to text too. So it grew from there, and some other things transpired before I moved. And one of my coworkers actually suggested that I turn that into my first book. And I was like, you might be onto something there. So I did.
It's a good idea. Yep. I remember narrating that book, and it was during the time when my daughter and I were reconnecting on a different level. Okay. You know, when your kids grow up, there's connection, disconnection, and then a relearning phase. And it seemed like every time I got in the studio, put my headphones on, here she come calling. And so I wanted to spend some time with her, but I also needed her to know that I needed to get this audiobook done. So she said, well, Mommy, I'll put you on mute and I'll just listen, you know, and when you're ready to take a break. And I'm like, okay, you want to do that? I would go take a break. She's like, read some more. So that's when I knew that, I mean, I appreciated the book, but for somebody, a little bit younger than me, the next generation, when I realized how it really resonated with her, I said, yeah, she kind of's got a good one here. So tell that friend of yours, I appreciate them for recommending that.
I will.
All right, I'm gonna let you get ready to get out of here. I'm off the air at 6, and I'm going to get real comfortable so I can be with you at 8 p.m. tonight.
Well, before I go, I want to share a couple more self-care tips with you. I had listed 8, and I've already shared most of them with you throughout the conversation, but I want to throw these couple in just to make sure. Just because it's summertime, don't forsake your schedule. It's super important to kind of plan out your days and your time so that you're not wasting a lot of time, and so that you're not sitting idly in anxious thought or depressive thought or wherever your mental health may be. So make sure that you plan some things into your day. 2, make sure you get outside and get some sunshine on your skin. That vitamin D is great for you. It's good for your mood. It's good for your mental health. Go barefoot. Put your feet on the ground, in the sand, in the grass. It's a great way, absolutely. It's a great way to ground yourself, along with gardening. So getting your hands or feet in that soil is good for not just your mental health, but it also reduces inflammation in your body. So make sure that you kick those shoes off. Go back to childhood days and simple things when your grandmama would tell you, put some shoes on. And as I mentioned, scheduling, that's super important for kids too. I forgot to say that. keep them somewhat regulated this summer. So as they go back to school, the transition is easier, but that also keeps them from idle thoughts and idle minds. Keeping them engaged and active in things will help boost their mood, get them out of the house into some new experiences, expose them to some culture, some new things this summer. And it doesn't have to cost a lot. Make sure you're taking advantage of the free activities in your city and around close to you. Be a tourist and have a staycation. You know, you can find lots of engaging things to do right where you are. So make sure that you keep your mind engaged and active, and you don't give yourself to idleness, because it is the devil's playground and it can be so detrimental to your mental health if you're already struggling. All right. I appreciate you letting me come and bombard your show and share things. I love you so much. Congratulations on 1 year for you and Volusia Business Women. I'm excited about what's to come.
Thank you, sweetheart. Love you. See you at 8:00. You are watching Books and Besties. Throughout this broadcast, you will meet authors, ministry leaders, entrepreneurs, and you'll learn about special events that are coming up. And so I appreciate each and every one of the guests that have stopped by. We've got, let me see. We got a nice little piece of change here. It's a little after 4:00, and this show doesn't end until 6. So I'm excited about the things that I get to share with you now. So coming up next, we're going to introduce you to a couple of audiobooks that NGB Productions has produced or will be producing, and we'll be showcasing them on VolusiaBusinessWomen.com. So Teresa Jordan was with us earlier, and this is the new book coming from Triumphant Magazine Publishing, and Teresa Jordan. A Mother's Heart. An anthology by visionary Teresa Jordan, featuring 9 phenomenal co-authors. This book is created for men and women around the world. It is dedicated to mothers from the past, present, and future. We thank you for your resilience, strength, and unconditional love. We honor you for the countless times you have been problem solvers, held things together, and became a superwoman to many. You are appreciated, and your great work and contributions will continue to be celebrated. Quote, "But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." End quote. Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Our prayer is that these powerful stories will transform your life, creating pivotal moments for you, and also be responsible for leaving permanent marks in your heart. Our prayer is that every story is an inspiration to you going forth. A Mother's Heart, compiled by Triumphant Magazine, published by Triumphant Magazine Publishing, promotional support by NGB Productions, and narrated by me,
The Queen Bee. Evangelist Angie B. A Mother's Heart. An anthology.
I love my daddy. He gives me hugs and kisses when he wakes me up. He helps me make mommy's tea in the morning. He always reads a book to me before bedtime.
I Love My Daddy is a heartwarming children's book about the special bond between a little girl and her father. It follows a day in the life of a little girl and her daddy. Produced for audiobook by Angie B. Productions.
Narrated by me, Ramona Young.
And narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Angie B. On April 1st, 2023, our father woke me up to begin this writing. As my computer awoke from sleep mode, a Facebook memory popped up. At first, I didn't want to read it and fall down that rabbit hole of clicking and reading and clicking and scrolling. I had spent March 31st in the ebbs and flows of life, receiving great news and experiencing greater stress. During my waking hours, I longed for a peaceful night of rest, and last night did not disappoint. Now I see how God has allowed me to begin my healing from the grief. A marriage separation is a precarious place to be. On one hand, you miss the good times you shared with another. On the other hand, you find yourself traveling the cycles of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, as defined by a psychiatrist in 1969. This next part of my story made me smile, laugh, and rejoice over the memory. It made me see just how far I have come with my healing towards acceptance. The Winds of Change by Evangelist Angie B. Chapter 3. Snap out of it. Why does Sabrina just let stuff happen to her when it comes to men and her body? What mental issues would make her feel so open and sexual with no cap? They knew they were cousins after they were told, and none of them cared, including Sabrina. It was what it was, and everybody got what they wanted. Run from the Pain Within. Written by Maisha Barnett. Produced for audiobook by Angie B. Productions. And narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Angie B. Worthy women who are of the righteous. The new book coming soon from visionary Chi Smith and Maisha Barnett. Devotional categories include business, grief, finances, health and wellness, relationships, parenting, mental illness, aging and caregiving, and so much more. Published by Barnett Publishing, featuring stories from Sister Sheree Jenkins, Sister Iris Wright, Sister Monique Pompey, Sister Jacqueline Rosier, Sister Sherelle Palmer, and Sister Erica Peterson. Worthy women who are of the righteous. Devotional coming soon. Audiobook produced by Angie B. Productions and narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B.
We want to tell you just a little bit about some of the programs and opportunities that have come to life as a result of the launch of VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. Okay, just want to go through a couple of them with you because it allows us to brag on the Lord just a little bit. He's just so good, just so good. So first of all, you know that we had the breaking news segment that came on earlier, and now we're going to be able to introduce products, services, and events in a news segment of sorts. Okay, that's coming. Back in January of 2023, there were just so many events that were coming. We had to do a newsletter. We talked earlier about the 24-hour telethon fundraiser for Levi Long that took place in January earlier this year. Lolo's Social Media Promotions was a brand new company that started and ran for about a year until Laretha retired for full-time ministry. If you look down at the bottom, you'll see that we do have Business with a Heart that was in place long before this website was in place. But Business with a Heart and VeluciaBusinessWomen.com, we work together to offer social media promotion. That was really, really cool. We had pop-up shops like Manuscripts in Motown. We helped to promote the Women of God and Unity Working Together Women's Conference. And we also had the virtual networking events as well as Books and Besties. So the newsletter continues to be a very important aspect of us reaching out, and we're excited about that. Volusia Business Women is a sponsor of our virtual summer writing series. YEP is Youth Entrepreneur Author Program, and students have enrolled to have an opportunity twice a week to share their feelings, write, learn about the process of authorship, and to hear from a variety of entrepreneurs. It is an expansion of the one-day writing workshop that Angie B. Productions did during the pandemic. And if it wasn't for the reach of Volusia Business Women, we probably would not have been able to launch this summer series, because we have invited entrepreneurs like Barb Gertman, the realtor, like Shakana Downs, and Donna Gray Banks, who can share with our students that are enrolled in the program. So thank you so much to all of the members of VolusiaBusinessWomen.com who have come out and helped us with this virtual writing program. It's been a joy. It truly has. It truly has been a joy. But now I need to switch gears just a little bit and talk to you about the new look of the website, the new logo, and the new design. VolusiaBusinessWomen.com was birthed by 2.5 entrepreneurs, 2 entrepreneurs and one that was developing a business. And it was a collaboration of love and out of necessity. So when seasons change, as they always do, I was able to go to a company that I recently became familiar with, and that's Barnett Publishing. Barnett Publishing offers an extraordinarily beautiful design in graphics, and graphic designs are absolutely wonderful. So we came to them and said, would you take a look at our website? Let us know what you think it may need, and let us know what you could possibly do to update the look. And she did. Maisha Barnett, Barnett Publishing, is the one who took the time to let God impart her gifts and talents into creating our new logo and creating our new website. So we're very, very grateful for this new partnership. You'll see our logo up there in the corner, Volusia Business Women. And we do encourage you to search for Barnett Publishing on Facebook. Okay. Then one final aspect, one final new thing that came about since the launch of Volusia Business Women is the 24-hour fundraisers. So much fun. This last one for Maternal Matters Favored was extremely interesting because we got video contributions from mothers. It took place over Mother's Day weekend. And this one that I'm about to play for you has been one of the favorites. There were several, but there was just something about this one that resonated with us as entrepreneurs, as well as those of us that are mothers.
Let's Change Together, 4th annual event. Women's Love Within Conference. Let's change together. Women's Love Within can be understood as the practice of cultivating self-love, self-acceptance, and self-compassion among women. It involves developing a positive and nurturing relationship with oneself, embracing one's strengths, weaknesses, and imperfections, and treating oneself with kindness and respect. The concept of Women's Love Within recognizes that women often face societal pressures and expectations that can undermine their self-esteem and self-worth. These pressures can come in the form of beauty standards, gender roles, and cultural norms that dictate how women should look, behave, and think. By prioritizing women's love within, women can learn to counteract these negative influences and build a strong sense of self that is not dependent on external validation. This can lead to increased confidence, resilience, and overall well-being. Women's love within can be fostered through various practices, such as self-reflection, mindfulness, self-care, and self-compassion exercises. This will be our first year streaming live. For more information, please visit barnettpublishing.org. That's barnettpublishing.org. Promotional consideration for this event is provided by Business with a Heart and Angie B Productions.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B, and I'm here today with news from VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. Today's news comes out of Jacksonville, Florida. God Chasers, the documentary. Get inspired by God Chasers documentary, music, merchandise, and podcast. Are you a fan of Christian hip hop and looking for inspiring stories of faith? Look no further than God Chasers. First, check out God Chasers, the documentary, now available for download at godchasersdoc.com. The documentary tells the story of the God Chasers movement, a group of Christian hip-hop artists who use their music to spread the message of hope and salvation. Hear personal stories of faith, perseverance, and the power of music from these talented artists. After watching the documentary, show off your love for Christian hip-hop with merchandise from godchasers.com/shop. Choose from a variety of t-shirts, hoodies, and accessories to support the movement. And for those aspiring artists in Christian hip hop, check out 10thingsforcch.com. That's 10 things for the number 4. cch.com for tips on how to excel in your music career. But that's not all. Tune in to the God Chasers podcast for even more inspiring content.
Hey, you're probably watching this because you want to turn your music into a career or take your music career to the next level. And that's what I'm here to help you to do.
We are excited to be able to introduce you to God Chasers. Search for them on Instagram and Twitter and stay up to date on the latest news and updates. That's it for me, everybody. The Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B, coming to you from VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. Share the story. Visit the website and be blessed.
Save the date, September 14th through 17th, 2023, for the 7th Annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our travel partner this year is Stephanie Fowler. Call her for your arrangements at 470-331-1788. The 7th Annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our theme this year is completion, keeping our faith over the struggle. Log on to boldbeautifulandbald.com for more information. Bold, beautiful, and bald.
Hey there, everybody. It's me, the Queen Bee, Angie B. And you are watching the 1-year anniversary celebration of VolusiaBusinessWomen.com, the business directory and event listing website that offers an affordable option for those in Volusia County that need to reach the masses. So we cannot celebrate entrepreneurship without networking and partnership. And the beautiful partnership that resulted in the establishment of Volusia Business Women came between Laretha Simon and myself. We talked about that a little bit earlier. And Laretha came to us with so much enthusiasm and so much joy. I continue to get choked up about it. But she came to me all excited one day. She said, "Hey, Angie B, I met this man named Leslie." I said, "You met a man named Leslie?" She said, "Yeah, I met a man named Leslie. And he's doing something called the African American Entrepreneur Association. And I think we need to join." I said, "Okay, if you think we should, then we should." So coming up next is the man named Leslie. We're going to ask him to tell us all about his organization, how he got started in Volusia County, and just give us a couple of words of wisdom that we may need as Volusia business women. Hey, Brother Leslie.
How are you doing?
Just fine, just fine. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm doing it in this fashion, but that's the virtual world for us, and we're always pivoting and on the move.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
It's my pleasure to be here and to be able to, give my 2 cents as far as entrepreneurship is concerned.
Okay.
And,
well, tell us about AAEA. Why did it get started? And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the AAEA got started because of the fact that there was a pain in our society when it came to economic development within the African American community. And this was something that came more to my attention after doing some research. And I just decided that, you know what, I was just going to use the second chapter of my life to dedicate it to a great cause. How's that? Huh?
Yeah.
And that was to do my best to empower our community when it came to economic development in the area of entrepreneurship. And I'm sorry I'm doing this, but I'm in the midst of, at the same time, because of this virtual world, multitasking. But basically, our community needs help in that space. And what I decided to do was just form an organization to collaborate with other resources to be able to help our community when it came to running sustainable businesses and understanding what was involved in running those businesses with, just to me, the proper education and proper networking and just people meeting the right people. No different than someone telling you about us and the resources that we provide is similar to why we started this organization.
Why are entrepreneurs important to the strength of a community? Why can't somebody just get out of high school, go get a job, and everything be all set?
Doesn't work that way.
It's
Yeah, it does not work that way at all. And the reason why it's important is because a lot of the resources that very often eludes our community. So what we decided to do was to just bring those resources, collaborate with the key word is to collaborate with those
Right.
resources to
right.
be able to make them available for minority, African Americans, minority in our community.
Right.
And that's basically the reason why we exist, is this to partner with those, collaborate with those resources that are out there to help empower our community. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got you. So somebody was asking me earlier, hey, that man named Leslie is up there at Jackie Robinson. What is he doing up there at the ballpark? So want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, okay, we were invited to host that event that was started last year by the minor league baseball organization. I think it's headquartered somewhere out of North Carolina, if I'm not correct. I could be wrong though. But anyway, it's an initiative that was started out of the minor league initiative to help I would say, bring more awareness to the impact that Jackie Robinson played towards the game. And the Tortugas actually seeked us out, and they said they heard about our organization and they thought that we'd be a good fit to be able to sponsor that initiative right there in Daytona. So, it's special when you're able to partner with an organization for a cause like that.
Right.
That is basically right in your back door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
we took advantage of that opportunity, and that's why we are the sponsors of that initiative that was started by the minor league. And this is something that's all throughout the United States.
Yes.
An initiative that was started, but we were able to be fortunate to start with it within the minor league team in Daytona Beach, which is the Daytona Tortugas.
Yeah. And the pictures from your family day were absolutely encouraging. That was
we have a lot more pictures that has not come out yet. We actually have the winners, the three different winners that won the competition as far as taking pictures in front of our billboard.
Yeah.
That was at the park. So that's just about to roll out. That'll be coming out shortly. But it was a great day. Yeah, and keep it in mind, that was.
Oh, I hope we didn't lose Brother Leslie, but it looks. Oh, there he is.
Somebody was trying to call me. Sorry, what did you say?
I was just saying the pictures look great. It was a great family day, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for your organization. I am.
Thank you so much.
All right, I know you're on the road. I don't want to keep you. You got any final thing to say about entrepreneurship and what's the website? How can people go and look you up and find out what you're doing?
Okay, it's www.aaeassociation.org. That's how you find us. And we are actually involved in a couple of programs that's actually out of the state of Florida. So we're actually expanding our chapters right now in Alabama and on the verge in the DMV area and in Atlanta.
So Alabama, Georgia, and Florida.
That's correct. And Virginia, Delaware, Baltimore area.
Oh goodness, the DMV. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Tell me one more thing about because I know we had a real informal conversation about people that have high income and how they are paying high taxes and how they wouldn't have to pay high taxes if they had a business. Tell me one more pitch to why someone should start their small business.
Because the tax code here in the United States, it benefits entrepreneurship. And a good example is someone very personal to me that is that's in a high income bracket, and they're paying $60,000 in taxes every year. Okay, so like, you can imagine what that high income is.
Wow.
If you're paying 60. So I said to them, a good example would be, all right, why not start a business? So even if it's a consulting business, why not start a business? And I guarantee you half of those taxes that you're paying out would be offset by you having a home-based business. So why give Uncle Sam $60,000 a year when you can give him 30, and the other 30 you can start a business? So you don't have to make money to write that off. Okay, so that's the whole thing that doesn't make sense. So I tell people all the time. So entrepreneurship is important, but the other thing about entrepreneurship, what I'm about to bring out at a event that I'm going to be one of the panelists for in Montgomery, Alabama this month, later on this month, is that the news that just came out, the financial news that came out as far as the jobs report and so forth like that. It comes out Thursdays and Fridays. So basically, the report indicated that the unemployment went up because more people are going into the workforce, but there were more jobs created the past month, and that number kind of like confused people. But digging deeper in that report, it indicated that those jobs were created because of small businesses. It was not because of Fortune 500 companies. So what does that tell us? That tells us that, which something that we always knew, people in that space, was that small businesses make up the majority of the income tax for the United States.
That's true.
People think it's larger companies, but it's small businesses. So it puts us in a position where it's critical that we continue to do what we're doing to help small businesses, because that's who's creating all the jobs right now.
We have to help them,
because the larger companies are laying off people, and you can read about it in the news. So that's how critical what we do for small businesses is very important. So I commend you for doing that and highlighting the importance. And then what we do on our side is we support them by giving them the information that they weren't normally, I would say, that oftentimes elude them. Okay, they're often not being able to get that information. So to me, I think, I say this all the time, having access to capital was always a hindrance and a barrier for our community, but now I think it's not having access to proper information to empower us. So that's the role that we play. Absolutely.
Proper information. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for rolling around with us. Thank you, Brother Leslie. I do. And we're going to get together with you soon. I'm going to let you get on the road safely. Thank you. God bless you, dear.
God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
My goodness. They want to say that the jobs they want to say that the jobs are all over the place, but the new jobs are coming from the small businesses. Isn't that a blessing? Isn't that a blessing? I appreciate Brother Leslie for educating us. And we do encourage you to visit his website. His contact information at the bottom of the screen. Again, thanks to Laretha for connecting Angie B Productions, VolutiaBusinessWomen.com, and the AAEA together. Whew, gifts and talents, I tell you, wow, I tell you. Okay, so a big shout out to DJ Shaheen. He is the producer of the background music that you have heard today. I thank him for that. We were talking a little bit about audiobooks and the importance of offering them. And we promised to give you more information here in this 4:00 hour. And so we're just going to share just a couple of testimonies with you that we received from some young people. And because these were screenshot and their names were attached, I'm not going to put the screenshot on this up on the screen, but I'm just going to read to you some of what they said. One young person said, "Reading puts me to sleep." Well, I think some of us can attest to that as we try to read the Bible. There used to be a joke back in the day, if you want to get a good nap in, try to get through the book of Genesis. So if the attention span is a barrier to learning and a barrier to a young person reading a book, don't you think it would be great if they could hear it? They may even hear something that will direct them to the book. Hey, let me go look that up. Let me go see what's going on there. And so we wanted to share that as a significant aspect of audiobooks and why audiobooks are important. Another aspect of audiobooks is that they're so affordable to produce. You don't have the 10,000 word count that most publishers require. You don't have to design a book cover front back according to DPI specifications or sizing. You just need to have a great narrator. In my opinion, you need some good background music. And you need a heart for communicating a story, information, or a story. Okay? We also heard from a student, and these comments that I'm reading came from our YEP program, Youth Entrepreneur Author Program. These were some comments that some of the students shared. But the next comment came from a student that said, and this is kind of hard to read, but the words don't make sense to me. I just don't understand them. And I was never certain if this student meant that English was not their first language or if there was dyslexia involved. I never really understood or heard what made it difficult for that child to understand. But how many of us had the privilege of learning something because someone read it to us? A book that was read to us as a child, or any of those different aspects. So, authors, I do not want you to overlook the importance of having an audiobook that is a part of your project. Okay? Remember back when ebooks first came out and people were complaining, I don't want to swipe. I want to put my bookmark in there. I want to dog ear the page. I want to feel it. I want to hold it. And nobody wanted to swipe to be able to read a book. And now look at it. Books are being offered in hardcover, softcover, ebook, audiobook. Okay? Don't be so selfish to think that, well, I wrote this book and it's good and they're just going to have to buy it. And okay? And for the entrepreneurs out there, consider writing a book. I know you're busy and I know you got better things to do than to try to sit down. And that's why we encourage you to write in an anthology. You only got to write a few paragraphs, maybe a couple of pages. And then you're published along with other people that then you can network with. You can go on a book tour together. You can do books and besties together. It's not as much of an expense either because each of you are chipping in on the production. So these next two videos are for you. These are the newest anthologies coming from Angie B Productions. And if any of these stories seem to pique your interest, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to have you share your story in one of these upcoming projects.
Did you grow up in a church that offered testimony time? It was generally a 30-minute session before service began where congregants could stand up and share something good that happened to them during the past week. Well, this audiobook is all about testimonies, medical survival stories, car accidents, a lack of faith, and more. Stories from people just like you that found themselves wondering, am I going to die? I thought I was dead. Stories of survival that will inspire, transcend, and encourage your mind. An audiobook anthology compiled by evangelist Angie B. Produced by Angie B and Barty Productions. Coming soon. On April 1st, 2023, our Father woke me up to begin this writing. As my computer awoke from sleep mode, a Facebook memory popped up. At first, I didn't want to read it and fall down that rabbit hole of clicking and reading and clicking and scrolling. I had spent March 31st in the ebbs and flows of life, receiving great news and experiencing greater stress. During my waking hours, I longed for a peaceful night of rest, and last night did not disappoint. Now I see how God has allowed me to begin my healing from the grief. A marriage separation is a precarious place to be. On one hand, you miss the good times you shared with another. On the other hand, you find yourself traveling the cycles of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, as defined by a psychiatrist in 1969. This next part of my story made me smile, laugh, and rejoice over the memory. It made me see just how far I have come with my healing towards acceptance. The Winds of Change by evangelist Angie B. Please allow us to introduce you to one of the graduates of our YEP program.
Hi, I'm Sandra B. I live in Michigan. And yep, I'm an author.
YEP, Youth Entrepreneur Author Program. Our goal is to initiate literacy in students and lead them to entrepreneurship through authorship. Our mission is to identify and invite organizations to participate in this program. Students participate in virtual writing workshops where they are encouraged to write their stories and provide reviews of stories read. We ask you to support our youth. For a donation of only $50, your company or organization will be mentioned as a youth supporter in the next audiobook. Send an email to yepI'mAnAuthor@gmail.com to provide a scholarship for a young person to participate.
Yep, I'm an author.
Proceeds are accepted and disbursed by NGB Productions. And now, these students are authors and entrepreneurs. Follow us online. Just search for Yep, I'm an Author on Facebook. Use the hashtag Yep, I'm an Author. Or call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519 for more information. This program is sponsored in part by NGB Productions.
Yep, I'm an author.
Yeah, we done came from the bottom, now we on the tippy top, yeah. Oh Lord, you so awesome, the way you love me is amazing. Can't nobody do me like you do me, Lord, I'm feeling so incredible. Put you above all things, Lord, ain't nobody on your level. You're pouring blessings out on me, dripping sauce down to my feet. If it wasn't for you, Lord, I'd be dead and gone, y'all, I gotta keep it straight. Canada, 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 yeah, them blessings, they running up. We the new wave, ain't no stopping us, ain't no Kevin Bro, get your weight up.
This year we runners up, yeah, yeah. And God been so good, it seems like all my blessings been double stuffed, yeah, yeah. So I stay on my knees and I'll never forget where he brought me from, yeah, yeah. Giving praise to the King and I give him my life till his kingdom come. But I'm still young, ay. Trending like a brand new way. We gon' get it in and we ain't never gonna change. Young and wild on GVOs all day, all day. We gon' set the trend and we gon' do it while we say. We sauce and say, sauce and say. Cause we sauce and say, sauce and say. Cause we sauce and say, sauce and say. Cause we sauce and say, sauce and say. Trending like a brand new way. We gon' get it in and we ain't never gonna change. Young and wild on GVOs all day. We gon' set the trend and we gon' do it while we say. Whole team on the come up. We ain't stressing about no problem. Really started from the bottom. Now we headed to the top, yeah. Ain't no quitting, we ain't stopping. Breaking rules, we ain't mobbing. Religion, we're moving, we stepping. No traditional moves while we rocking, yeah. Trending like a brand new wave. We gon' get it in and we ain't never gonna change. Young and wild on GVOs all day. We gon' set the trend and we gon' do it while we say. Cause we saucy and say, saucy and 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 say.
Yeah, we say, let go. Been saved for a minute now, G.O.D. is all who we call on. We ain't asking for no handouts, man, our faith in God is what put us on. Setting trends with the best of them on. Mean to sound so arrogant, but the God that I serve so great, everything else irrelevant. Saucy and saved, yeah. In Jesus' name, yeah, we pray, yeah. Look to the sky and thank him every day, yeah. I don't care what the haters think, I don't care what they got to say, yeah. Mind on the go, never miss a point, going straight for the lay,
We don't really care what the devil gotta say, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah. And we know haters gonna hate, but we love them anyway, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah. We don't really care what the devil gotta say, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah. And we know haters gonna hate, but we love them anyway, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah. We don't really care, we don't really care, saucy and say, yeah. And we know haters gonna hate, love them anyway, cause we gotta stay saucy and say. Trending like a brand new way. We gon' get it in and we gon' get it. Why don't GVOs all day? And we gon' set the trend, yeah. Cause we saucy and say, saucy and say. Cause we saucy and say, saucy and say. Cause we saucy and say, saucy and say. Cause we saucy and say, saucy and say.
Let go.
We don't really care what the devil gotta say, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah. And we know haters gonna hate, but we love them anyway, cause we gotta stay saucy and say, yeah.
Hey man, so they're checking on you. Give me a call when you get this message. Thanks.
Yeah. It's above me now, get your higher ups. I've been waiting on Jehovah like the Snyder Cut. Yeah, he's Nisi but fire's tucked. You should move when you see me like a fire truck. Yeah, see I'm all in your lane. Billy Batson when I call on his name. I get an upgrade. He's the same evermore, but he updates. That's why I'm up late. When he speaks, I can cut tape. So I seek and I seek till I touch base. So I see and I taste Elohim's great. Clean plate, just ate Psalms 34:8. Wait, so dirty, need more grace. Yeah, I'm only worthy cause my Lord's great. Yeah, and he's pouring out favor galore. And he deserves all that praise. Who you saving it for? Let's go. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you won't need no permission. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you don't need no permission. Yeah, I love you like a mug and you don't even know it. Running off on the plug and you don't even own it. Put a sun in the gap, ain't no need to close it. Some plants, some water, but the king will grow it. You know, death is not the end. It don't stop, blood clots, blocks in. Plot twist, move plots to a sin. Came back with keys to the body, you should probably hop in, pop in like, Lord, I believe you did it. You gave everything you had just so we can get it. You hit us with a cross, that's a legal finish. Eating from the king's table, you can leave the dishes. Yeah, bear witness to this light cause it shines bright. I don't wanna see you left cause the time's right. Every branch will advance cause the vines are right. Seek him now while the hours light. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you won't need no permission. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you don't need no permission. Straight. God chase. The view from here. Woo. Come on. Yeah. I don't need no permission. God said do it. It's done. Let's go. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you won't need no permission. Yeah, see I was down for a minute, but then the sun came around for a visit. He told me all my sins were forgiven, so you can go slide, you won't need no permission.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Queen Bee Evangelist Angie B, and I'm here today with news from VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. Today's news comes out of Jacksonville, Florida. God Chasers, the documentary. Get inspired by God Chasers documentary, music, merchandise, and podcast. Are you a fan of Christian hip hop and looking for inspiring stories of faith? Look no further than God Chasers. First, check out God Chasers, the documentary, now available for download at godchasersdoc.com. The documentary tells the story of the God Chasers movement, a group of Christian hip-hop artists who use their music to spread the message of hope and salvation. Hear personal stories of faith, perseverance, and the power of music from these talented artists. After watching the documentary, show off your love for Christian hip-hop with merchandise from godchasers.com/shop. Choose from a variety of t-shirts, hoodies, and accessories to support the movement. And for those aspiring artists in Christian hip hop, check out 10thingsforcch.com. That's 10 things for the number 4 cch.com for tips on how to excel in your music career. But that's not all. Tune in to the God Chasers podcast for even more inspiring content.
Hey, you're probably watching this because you want to turn your music into a career or take your music career to the next level. And that's what I'm here to help you to do.
We are excited to be able to introduce you to God Chasers. Search for them on Instagram and Twitter and stay up to date on the latest news and updates. That's it for me, everybody. The Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B, coming to you from VelutiaBusinessWomen.com. Share the story. Visit the website and be blessed. Well, it's just about time for our final guest of the evening to join us. I see her backstage with her cute little self. I have been excited about this young woman because she has business opportunity offering college graduates an additional stream of income. You'll see her information scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And that's what VelutiaBusinessWomen.com is all about. We're offering opportunities, events, education to people that may not normally hear about it. So I'm going to bring her on screen right now. Hello, dear.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Angie.
Hi, sweetie. Thanks for making plans to join us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on. And I also like a lot of what your music you have. And, I feel like, it's really good. I like the Christian spirit. But I just, who I am, my name is Rachelle Joachim. Like Angie was saying, I am a college graduate. I graduated college many years ago. But like many graduates out there, I am someone who, like yourself, cannot find work in my field. So I decided to do something part-time and work a home-based business. I've worked many home-based business, but with this particular business was an eye-opener to me because I was introduced to this business because I wanted to take a trip to a different state where my family member is, but I wanted the whole package. I wanted the hotel. I wanted everything exclusive. And when I was doing the trip, I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, I really couldn't afford it. So what the person who introduced me to, was a business owner, did was say, you know what, why don't you join the business so that you can make commissions on your own trip? And I said, that's a good idea. So I did that. And then since then, I started introducing people to this business. We don't only do trips, book trips, but we also help individuals on the marketing side of the business. Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For people.
Now, how long have you been in the business?
Since 2021. I started.
Wow.
Yes. I started in 2021. And since then, I've seen, I got a lot of experience, and I've seen a lot of individuals who were, struggling in the business. There's a lot of stories of individuals who struggled and then they became a success. A lot of success stories. I can share maybe one in particular. One that stood out to me was a lady. She was a college graduate as well. And with her, she had a child to raise, and she was in debt. She could not pay any of her bills. student loan. She had house payment. And then when she went into this business, she was now able to make six figures. She was making six figures. She's one of the top person in the company.
My
Yes.
goodness.
Yes.
That is definitely a blessing. Well, we have been sharing your information that's at the bottom of the screen. We've been sharing it now for the past couple months on the morning show, Mornings with the Queen Bee, so that those that are waking up with holy hip hop, Christian, and gospel rap music, they see your information down at the bottom. We've been sharing your information Wednesdays on We Getting Over This Hump Together, because those topics include different testimonies and struggles and questions and encouragement. And I thought it was appropriate to have your information down there because it seemed like that could help answer a lot of those questions. And we do plan to share your information in our business directory that comes with the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. We do appreciate your support. So how can someone get started in the business like you did?
If somebody wants to get started, what they could do is I do have an email. They can email me. They can go to rjoachim 40@gmail.com. And then I have a website like the one that's shown here. They can, and then that way I can send them information. They can take a look at it and see if if it fits them.
Okay. Well, I am excited that you're joining us tonight on the 1-year anniversary of our website, VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. And as promised, you will now receive a free directory listing. Your business will be listed on the website. I hope that you will post any upcoming trips or travel that you're going to take so that we can either travel with you or keep you in our prayers while you're traveling. So I need you to send me a good picture, a good headshot, or your company logo, and we'll take all that information and send it to the website designer, and we'll get you listed so that you can spend the next year with us at VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Do you have anything else you want to add before I let you go?
Yes, one thing I want to say is that our company has what is called Planet Foundation .org, and what they do is they help mothers who are single that's been in an abusive relationship who lives in a shelter. They have that. So this Planet Cares Foundation is part of the company, and that's what they do. They help women, single mothers in that position of danger, help them get off their feet. So that's all I wanted to add to it. Yes.
Honey, it's always good to be a part of any kind of organization that sees that they need to give back to the community. So I appreciate knowing that. I truly, truly do. Yes. That is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now, what city and state are you in before you go?
I am from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Oh, that's right. So you got to come to Daytona Beach in September and spend some time with us, September 16th. So I'll send you that information too.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, sweetie, you have a good one. And thanks again. I want to thank all of our special guests that joined us today on the broadcast. I want to thank all the music ministries that allowed us to entertain you and inspire you with their music. I'm truly grateful to God for the gifts and talents and the resources that He has provided us with. I'm grateful for the YEP program. I don't know what I would do without those reasons to give back. And so I hope that you share this broadcast with someone that you know. Please like us and share. If you're watching the replay and you didn't get a chance to see us live, please put replay in the chat and tell us what city and state or country you're watching us from. That would be really good to know. Tonight was the first night we streamed Books and Besties on the StreamYard live viewer option. It was wonderful to see the numbers go up. And so if you registered to watch us tonight with through the StreamYard link where you had to put in your name and email address, you'll have a very special gift coming to us soon. If you didn't, visit VeluciaBusinessWomen.com. I'm pretty sure there's going to be something special for you there as well. All right. That's it for us tonight. I appreciate you. We will be back in August because this is a quarterly book fair. We'll be back in August with another episode of Books and Besties. And if it is the Lord's will, I'll see you in the morning from 6 to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mornings with the Queen Bee. Thank you, everybody. Be blessed. Please allow us to introduce you to one of the graduates of our YUP program.
Hi, I'm Sandra B. I live in Michigan. And yep, I'm an author.
YUP, Youth Entrepreneur Author Program. Our goal is to initiate literacy in students and lead them to entrepreneurship through authorship. Our mission is to identify and invite organizations to participate in this program. Students participate in virtual writing workshops where they are encouraged to write their stories and provide reviews of stories read. We ask you to support our youth. For a donation of only $50, your company or organization will be mentioned as a youth supporter in the next audiobook. Send an email to yup!'imanauthor@gmail.com to provide a scholarship for a young person to participate.
Yep, I'm an author.
Proceeds are accepted and disbursed by Angie B. Productions. And now, these students are authors and entrepreneurs. Follow us online. Just search for Yup, I'm an Author on Facebook. Use the hashtag Yup, I'm an Author. Or call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519 for more information. This program is sponsored in part by Angie B. Productions.
Yep, I'm an author.
A Mother's Heart. An anthology by visionary Teresa Jordan, featuring 9 phenomenal co-authors. This book is created for men and women around the world. It is dedicated to mothers from the past, present, and future. We thank you for your resilience, strength, and unconditional love. We honor you for the countless times you have been problem solvers, held things together, and became a superwoman to many. You are appreciated, and your great work and contributions will continue to be celebrated. Quote, "But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." End quote. Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Our prayer is that these powerful stories will transform your life, creating pivotal moments for you, and also be responsible for leaving permanent marks in your heart. Our prayer is that every story is an inspiration to you going forth. A Mother's Heart, compiled by Triumphant Magazine, published by Triumphant Magazine Publishing, promotional support by Angie B. Productions, and narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B. A Mother's Heart, an anthology. Save the date, September 14th through 17th, 2023, for the 7th Annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our travel partner this year is Stephanie Fowler. Call her for your arrangements at 470-331-1788. The 7th Annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our theme this year is completion, keeping our faith over the struggle. Log on to boldbeautifulandbald.com for more information. Bold, beautiful, and bald.